Welcome back to
Homies in the Hallway,
a podcast for stoners and stonettes, where we
smoke
and toke and poke fun at the world, one puff at a time. We're your hosts. I'm John.
I'm Sixto.
And this is episode 62 or 63, one of the two. It's in there somewhere.
I think it's 61, dog.
No, we did 61 already.
No, 60 was the, what's it called? The Instagram one.
No, but we did one after that, though.
What was that? I don't think we've done with
Hey,
that.
this is something up there. And if
Jimmy
you
will
guys
have it
are,
up there.
if you guys are listening to us, thank you for the audio listeners who are tuning in on our platforms. For the people who are watching this on YouTube, seeing the video as well. Thank you guys. And for the audio listeners who don't know where to find our video, literally our YouTube channel is Homies in the Hallway. It's the same name, and as well as the same name on all other platforms and social media tags. So
Follow us.
yeah,
We
follow us
appreciate
anywhere,
that.
and also check out other episodes. You know, that'll help us out. Yeah. So you may be wondering, we're missing
Where's Nacho?
his twin. No, but yeah, Nacho is out doing some important business, taking care of his family.
So he's taking care of a couple sick people, you know.
Exactly.
He put on his nurse hat and he's like, all right, I got business today.
But then we're like, hey, the people deserve a pod, so we're gonna do one.
Yeah, apologies.
In your
It's been
honor.
damn near a week since our last podcast. You
Yeah.
know, we've been busy a little bit. We'll get more into that a little bit later. But yeah.
We have been busy, and you know what? I appreciate you guys for sticking around because we got a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Nacho, but I'd say us two very big wrestling fans, you know. And we're also noticing that you guys like it when we talk about wrestling stuff. So we might, we're not gonna make this in a wrestling podcast, but we will be focusing a good bit, especially for the summer. We'll be pulling out potential reactions for pay-per-views,
Ooh.
potential live streams of thoughts.
I'll say.
Some other stuff coming your way this
Coming
summer
soon.
from the Homies in the Hallway. Now, before even wrestling and Marvel came to our life, we're a podcast for stoners and stoners.
I'm saying first and foremost.
First and foremost, might I add. So I say before we even spark this up, let them know what we're going to be talking about today.
For sure, we're gonna give a little the thoughts on Backlash. It was a pay-per-view from Puerto Rico. From at this point, almost 2 weeks ago.
Hometown.
His
here.
backyard.
Exactly.
Did any of your family go to watch it or nah?
Probably not, but hey, they were around.
Hey, how about that?
Exactly. But we're going to talk about Backlash. We're going to talk about the Raw and SmackDown after Backlash, because there's some contenders for,
That
new
world
heavyweight champion. Which, honestly, I think this is going to be a... We'll get into that. We'll get into that. First and foremost, this is a podcast for stoners and stoneheads. If you're smoking your blunt, if you're rolling it even, you're rolling your joint. You're smoking your dab. You're hitting your dab pen. You're eating your edibles. You're smoking a bowl. Whatever you're doing, I want you to join us because you can't have a great conversation without it. You know what I mean? You can't. I mean, you can have great conversations, but you don't get into the deep emotional side without all of the extra stuff in your system. So, without further ado, enough of me talking. You're gonna hear some lighter. Cheers, boys.
This is for the
And
audio
girls.
listeners. So yes, homie lights that up. I will say, Backlash coming out of Puerto Rico. Yo, what a crowd! Puerto Ricans, dog. One of the best crowds, I would say, so far of the year. At some points, they were louder than the WrestleMania crowd.
No, they made this Backlash feel like a WrestleMania.
Yeah,
They made it feel like, hey, this pay-per-view, great. You know what I mean?
I like that for Damian Priest especially, porque when it comes to WrestleMania, he was like the odd man out. He was the only dude from Judgment Day not to have a match. So the fact that he was able to have that banger with Bad Bunny in Puerto
Basically
Rico,
the main event of the day.
that was the people's main event. Let's be honest here.
honest. I will say this. When I knew I was in Puerto Rico, I already knew that this crowd was gonna go crazy and everyone was gonna love the crowd.
Electrifying.
The thing about Puerto Ricans is that they're very, very patriotic. Very patriotic. And they're very, like, we want to make ourselves look good.
Exactly.
And we just have a lot of passion for things. And so, you know, literally the Monday Night Raw afterward, it felt like, oh, this crowd's dead.
Dude, night and day difference. And it was like,
it's like,
oh,
America. And then, you know what I mean?
Dude, there's levels to it. But yeah, man, dude, that crowd was popping. They were electrifying. Bad Bunny's entrance, when they were singing to us, I forgot the name of the song, but when they were singing his entrance with him, man, dog, he must have felt like the biggest motherfucker, you know?
Not only that, but, like, I just like the difference in, like, the way things were done. And, like, when there was a pin, it wasn't 1, 2, 3. It was 1, 2, 3. I love that little detail, you know? It just gives me that little that I need.
I feel you.
And so...
a couple surprises in that match. You want to talk about it really quick?
There was a couple surprises. You know what? Before we get into that match, there was a couple matches before that were good.
I will say the women's match, the opener, that was pretty solid. Bianca versus Io... I don't even know what she's going by now. Io Shirai. But what's it called? As far as the match goes, yeah, I would say that one was pretty solid. Porque there was a couple points and I thought Bianca was gonna lose it. They had me for a split second, man.
And I'm glad they actually brought back the name Backlash.
Yeah.
Because they took it out last year. I was like, it's a perfect name, right? They didn't have it last year, or they didn't have it.
I think they had it, but the way I don't know why they would call it anything other than Backlash, but it was called WrestleMania Backlash instead of just Backlash. Yeah, I thought that was so why it was unnecessary.
Like, we know.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually add the WrestleMania.
Exactly.
You know, like, you guys aren't really getting new people to watch wrestling. You're getting the old viewers back.
Yeah.
To be honest. You know what I mean? It's like, sure, there's new viewers and, like, for the younger people, for the kids that come in and watch. But, like, a good majority of your viewership are people that stopped but came back. Like us.
Yeah.
Or at least I, you know. Because I had stopped. But then now I started getting a little happy.
I feel you. I would take it from 2004 to 2009-ish was my peak of watching, and then from 2009 to 2013 I went to high school, so I lost. I would watch here and there, but not as consistently as when I was a kid. And then after I graduated, that's when I got a little bit back into it. I'm like, oh wow, this is pretty cool.
Cheers, boys! Whoever's smoking with us.
Cheers.
Not to mention. Just the energy in that building. I knew that everyone in the audience, everyone in the backstage, everyone, the wrestlers, everyone who's the camera crew, the announcers, anything, they all had a great time. And you could tell. It felt like a WrestleMania, legit. Mm-hmm. And it was good. I like the way they had the setup. You know, the entrance was different. It was back.
I was
going
to say that it was different. The setup. I like that, the uniqueness in this. And then also, I don't know if you noticed this, but it looked like they were using a drone camera to get different angles.
Yeah,
that was dope.
That was pretty cool. At the what's it called? So yeah, the Bad Bunny and Damian Priest fight. And you know what? I was thinking, look, Bad Bunny's gonna fight. I couldn't think of a better opponent than Damian Priest. Number one, he's Puerto Rican, so he'd be fighting in his hometowns.
Right.
Secondly, I just feel like with Bad Bunny's wrestling style, he does complement it pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They have a similar fighting style. And, granted, my only thing about Damian Priest is that he's a little too specific on where he wants to drop, where he wants to this. Sometimes he's too stiff. You notice that?
Yeah, a little bit.
And I don't mind it because eventually the match is good. Mm-hmm. But you know what I mean.
I feel you. Yeah, where it doesn't look like he's exactly flowing. It takes he's thinking about the spot.
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit
there. He's still he's not a new wrestler, but he's still. When did he come in?
To WWE. 2016 17-ish, someone like that.
Oh, okay.
But he has been
So
wrestling for a quick second.
Okay, so he has been wrestling for a quick second. I don't know. No, but yeah, that match, great match. Should have been the main event, you know?
Honestly,
and we'll
yes.
get to the main event after this, but, what's it called? Man, what a match.
What a match. Yeah, I think it was such a big advantage. They made it a street fight. Because, like, when Bad Bunny came in, like, he did his entrance, he got the big pop. And then when he brought the shopping cart with all the weapons, even another bigger pop. Like, oh, okay, people knew shit was about to go down.
Shit was about to go down. Not only that, so what did you think about Bunny's performance?
Dude, I would say from, like, all the quote-unquote celebrity wrestlers, I would probably say he's the best. I would put... Bad Bunny top, behind him Logan Paul, and then Pat McAfee third.
Really? Good stuff. Lately, WWE has been doing good with their celebrity people coming in. I thought his wrestling was great. I thought it was amazing, especially for being someone who doesn't wrestle. You know, he's a singer. He's an artist. So for him to come in and, you know, take this wrestling seriously.
Yeah, that's the other thing, you know. It's actually...
Because some people go in, it's a joke, it's a this, it's a that. They don't put their thing. You know, people have a lot of, like... People dedicated their lives and, like, their bodies and their minds for this. So it's good for him to take it serious. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but... what's it called? And I was surprised that he was able to take some of the moves. Mm-hmm. Like, they decided to do, like the big table. I was surprised that they did that because, you know, he's a singer. They don't want him to damage it for tours and stuff like that.
I'm saying, like, what's it called? They're really quick. They had a press conference. I don't remember it was the Friday or the Thursday. But they had a press conference. And then they had a face-off, like, in UFC style. And it was Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. And Priest, like, he shoved them. I don't know if Bad Bunny expected it because he fell on his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Like, okay, he's taking bumps. And then the one that scared me was when he was going for the sliced bread and it looked like he landed on his head.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
one was a close
wow,
one. Like the second angle was like, okay, he landed on his arm,
mm-hmm.
but that first angle,
that initial angle, I was like,
ooh, hold up, buddy, you don't want to do that, there you go. No, but then
the Judgment Day, they come, they attack, and then first Rey Mysterio comes. You know, he tries to help his buddy Bad Bunny, pero he gets beat down. And then, honestly, I didn't even think it was gonna happen. Pero
I had it out of my mind. I completely forgot about it.
Honestly, yeah.
And like I forgot about the possibility of it happening. So then when his music hit, and I'm like,
no way,
he's here. I mean, I was like, they're just gonna pull a WrestleMania, and not even have LA Night in LA. Right. But then no, they had the fucking Rican guy here. Carlito showed up.
I'll say Carlito, Caribbean cool.
What a guy.
Might I add, still in phenomenal shape. I don't know how he is now, but he still looks like fantastic.
He's still wrestling, isn't he?
I believe so, but he wrestles in Puerto Rico and then like independent shows here and there.
I was gonna say I saw that he like wrestles more independent, but like
wait, sorry, real quick. Speaking of. He's actually coming to Cleveland, and then the homies in the hallway, potential meet and greet at AIW. We'll see. We'll talk to Nacho. We'll talk to Jamie. See if it's possible.
You might be able to see an exclusive interview with the man himself via only at the homies in the hallway.
We'll see.
Who knows? All I know is that he is coming, and we could make some plans. But besides that, I could see them offering... Would you want them to offer him, like, a deal with WWE? Like, a contract?
Only if they were going to do something with them of, like, any note. Because ahorita LWO, they're in SmackDown, right? Or are they in Raw?
Who?
The LWO, the faction?
One of the two. No, but he could join the LWO.
He could. I can see that.
Even though, like, they're mainly, like, Mexicans, no? Because the emblem is a Mexican flag, no? Am I tripping?
Yeah, it's 3. I think it's, at the moment, 3 Mexicans, 2 Puerto Ricans, and then...
Oh, so just, like, Latino community there.
Yeah,
you know? Okay. So, yeah. Put them in there, dog. You know what I'm saying? You could have a whole fucking crew right there.
I'm saying.
No, pero that was a great surprise, and he did his thing. You know, no botches, nothing. When he did that, when he did the backstabber, and then Rey Mysterio did that, you know, bam, 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 bam.
Clean.
You can't ask for better entertainment than that.
And then the spit in Mr. Dominic's face because he's not cool.
He is not cool, dog. You know, and so.
Oh, and then after that, another Puerto Rican legend, Savio Vega, came out of nowhere, still fucking doing his thing. I'm like, that one caught me off surprise. I'm like, wow, I didn't think he was coming.
Yeah, and not only that, like, he's an older guy, so you may think like, oh, he doesn't have it, but no, he had that leg.
He was beating ass. Yeah, I'm saying, he was moving and grooving. I'm like, okay, respect.
He's still, chopping around town.
Shit, I'm saying, I wouldn't want to fight him.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so.
I'm good on that.
What's it called? What a great match.
Fantastic. Honestly, it should have been the main event.
Should have been the main event. Should have ended it off there. Bad Bunny winning. The Puerto Rican crowd is just up and at it. And then, hey.
What a night. However.
we go into the actual main event. And that's what Brock Lesnar versus
Cody
Rhodes.
That's the match. I mean, it was alright.
Me and him were talking before the match, like, squash.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking it was gonna be a squash. Not to mention there wasn't that much time left over. Mm-hmm. Even though they can go over because it's not like
They have a specific time, but usually they end around 11.
Yeah, and then but no, it wasn't a squash match, and Cody was able to get that upper hand before the match even started. To start doing stuff to Brock. And I'm not gonna lie, this match really surprised me, like how it went. I feel like the match itself was good. The ending, though, could have been a tiny bit better. I just felt like he should have tapped out at least 2 more times. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been more like, oh, wait, no, he doesn't have it. Oh, wait, no, does he? No, he doesn't. Oh, now he does. That would have given more.
Right, it was just a quick 1, 2, 3, and I was like, "Oh wow!" It was somewhere before.
That's it. And it's just surprising that Brock Lesnar lost, and he's only lost to who? Only like 2 other people, right?
A handful of couple people.
Only Roman and who's the other one that beat him? Goldberg, no?
Recently, or like in his tenure.
His tenure.
No, there's been a couple people who've beaten him, but it's not often. It's the thing.
Yeah, it's not often. Especially when he came out with The Beast.
Exactly.
And then, he was a beast.
I'm saying.
And then do you think clearly it was a gimmick to hit him the thing, but do you think that cut was supposed to happen?
I think it might have happened, but I don't think it was supposed to go as deep, maybe. Because that did look like he was leaning like a mofo. Because he just went head into that.
I feel like he was supposed to hit it. But because we knew it's not the cushion, it was just supposed to stun him for longer than usual. But instead, he hit it full force and he hit it. But I also feel like W was like, all right, but don't, Brock Lesnar was like, don't worry, I got it. And he probably made himself bleed on purpose.
Maybe.
Not to mention, after Cody was hitting straight on his head, like actually trying to cut him.
Yeah, to hit him more.
So I feel like they were going to have blood in his face either way. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
He was probably meant to do that just in case the cut didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, I'm gonna cut you now. But still, he cut them both. Good on him. He won the thing, even though it meant nothing. That was my biggest thing about it. It meant nothing, really. It was just like a distraction to give away from Roman.
What I think would have been better is had they not announced the people that were going to be in the tournament, I would have had Cody and Lesnar fight. Whoever wins enters the tournament. Because you saw Cody ended up fighting on Monday anyway. So that would explain that.
It would have been better if there was some type of
something
stake.
on the line.
Yeah, something on the line.
Some
like,
stake.
hey, like you are gonna contend for this title or, something like that. You know what I mean? But hey, WWE for you.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but what a great Backlash. So with that, they did announce the wrestlers that will be contending for the
world title,
world heavyweight champion. And it was actually a good list of peeps. I was like, okay. And when I was looking at it, and I feel like WWE was looking at this as their main roster right now, currently. Like, these are the best we have when it comes to singles. But
a couple former champions in there, like Ray had it at one point. Edge,
Sheamus. AJ, Seth, no.
They had the WWE, but never the world title.
World title, yeah. No, yeah. So looking at that list, who did you see was like, all right, it's gonna be up to these 2 or 3?
I wanted the finals to be Finn from Raw.
Okay.
And then from SmackDown, I like the AJ. I like the AJ.
For a second, I thought Edge was gonna be one of them because literally a couple days prior, he posted a video of him saying, "Hey, it would be cool if, it completes full story." But he could do that with the Money in the Bank.
That's true
because he was the first. And then him ended off and
cashing in,
and ends it off there because he was the first Money in the Bank winner.
I can see that.
I feel like that'll probably be better for him, and that way we can that title doesn't feel like, oh, it was just give it to him because for story-wise purposes, not really who's the better wrestler.
Right.
Which is, when it comes down to it, we do get our 2 final contenders, which is AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. And I feel like this is going to be a banger of a match right here.
Oh, yeah.
This is like classic match incoming.
For sure. Now, who do you think's going to win it? It would make sense to it's Seth, no? Because AJ's on SmackDown.
I think it's gonna be Seth. I think Seth is gonna get it, and he's really liked right now. He's really liked.
Now here's the thing, though. What are your thoughts on the world champion itself? Like, I've seen a couple people think it's cool, but it feels like a consolation prize for people not being able to beat Roman for either the WWE title or the
That's
Universal
what I was
title.
thinking when they first announced it. I'm like, oh, they want to give this one to Cody now.
A little bit.
You know what I mean? Okay.
What is this? The TNT Championship? Oh.
You know how I was upset about the WrestleMania loss? Now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, maybe it's fine that he didn't win it that quick.
Yeah, sure.
Because, I mean, that would make the other wrestlers that were there for a while just be like, oh, what are we working
to leave and they come back.
Yeah, and that's exactly. They have to do that just to get some spotlight. But what do you think about that? Do you think that's actually a thing that could be potentially they think about? It's like, hey,
for sure. I feel like Seth and Becky feel like that. Like
I can gain popularity by making a controversial choice of switching brands.
Brands are switching the companies.
Or switching companies. What I mean to say.
No, for sure. There's power in that, but I mean, I don't know. It's interesting coming up. I've had if anyone I see any
because
big
you
jumps.
look at Cody Rhodes when he left WWE. Nobody. Stardust.
Yeah, I was almost.
Yeah.
He built himself up. I'll give him credit.
When he came back, he got one of the biggest pops in the world.
Oh yeah,
especially one of the best shots when he's just going like that.
That was clean. I will admit.
I always think when they do that, it's like, oh, you're good.
I'm saying right,
yeah. This is good stuff here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I also feel like his booking in AEW was odd. I feel like there could have been other things you could have done with him with the character, but I don't know.
You're not wrong. For those who are still smoking with us, cheers. We're still in this.
I'm saying the original boys.
No, pero
yeah. So overall, if you have to give Backlash a 1 out of 10, what would you give it?
I give it a good 8.5 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, this was a good pay-per-view. Some things could have been done a little better. Then again, I'm not a WWE booker, none like that. I don't know the complications on running a business that big.
I'm saying.
So what do I know? But at the same time, little things go a long way. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
It takes the smallest of details to make something feel more genuine. You know what I mean?
Now going into what do they call it? Night of Champions?
Night
or
of
Clash
Champions.
Okay,
no. Clash of Champions.
Clash of Champions. Who do you have winning, Seth or AJ? Oh, no, we already said that. I'm sorry. Wait, did you say? Because I said
I low-key kind of want AJ to win, but I know he doesn't have... where's he been, is my thing, before this.
I think he was hurt, no?
Exactly, so it just feels like weird. All of a sudden he comes in, he wins.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like it will be Seth. But also because of his popularity.
Mm.
And I don't mind Seth winning. Either way, we're all going to win because it's going to be a great match.
For sure, yeah.
So I'm willing to see literally a clash. They're both champions. You know, it's a clash of champions.
Now, did you see that it's going to be Sammy and Kevin versus
That's what I was going to ask you about.
Roman and Solo.
So what do you think about that? You know, people. The memes were out with him holding all the titles. It could be true. That's the thing. They wouldn't do that. Nah.
Do you think the Usos won't interfere? Because like the way he if a man puts his hand on my face like the way Roman did to his cousin,
yeah,
I don't know,
not
man.
To mention you're like this is something that they've been after those tag team times, and him Roman be like, no, we're gonna win it now.
I'm saying
they're probably like swatty, you know. I'd be swatty,
dude.
So definitely something like we could see Jay and Sammy team up to not team up officially, but like they'll interfere and we could see both of them going after Tribal Chief and then realizing like, hey, we're working together. No, hold on. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's wrong?
Let's see. It's gonna be interesting. Who do you have winning that match? And then do you think it's gonna be Roman and Solo?
Just let you know the filter is right there.
Okay, see.
So there's like a hit or two left.
A quick hit, yeah, I feel you.
You have time for another? Or no?
Yeah, I can talk about a couple of things real quick.
You think so? We're reaching the good 27-minute mark soon, guys. Thank you so much for those who are tagging along.
We appreciate you.
Also, comments, questions, or even like your ratings, what you think about the thing,
let us
what
know.
you think about our podcast, put it on the comments. Put it on the comments. Even if you just want to say hi, just say it.
I'm saying.
I don't care. Any type of comment. Literally. We just want there to be an active audience with us.
Some engagement,
Some engagement between creator and consumer. You know what I mean? But back to who do you think is ultimately going to win? I think Sammy and Kevin are just going to retain it. There's going to be some type of complication. And that's me personally. But seeing as our past experiences have happened, I wouldn't be surprised.
If Roman gets it, that's the thing.
If Roman does happen to have 4 belts on his fucking shoulders.
Because here's the thing, I don't see them pinning Solo right now because they have him like as a strong enforcer. I don't see Roman taking a pin. The only way I see them losing is like maybe like
an interference
or DQ or something. Pero
that would be a little
cheap. I don't know.
That would be cheap and also just be have someone win at least. Don't like just whenever they just and then disqualification. I'm just like that means this whole match was for nothing then.
I'm saying that's gonna lead to another rematch at another
it's just
pay-per-view.
It's just adding time and it's just filler and
yeah. See.
But hey, that's just a film series. Anyway.
But if you had to pick Solo and Roman or Kevin and Sammy, it might be Roman and Solo, dude. I don't want to admit it, but I think it might be them. Because I wanted it to be Cody and Radio E. When it came down to it, I knew, okay, I don't know, something in my... I'm like, he's not losing.
Man. My mind is going with Sammy and Kevin. But something in the air is telling me it could be different. Something in here is telling me, like, my gut is not telling me they're gonna win, but my gut keeps reminding me that they could win. So it's like,
yeah.
Because low-key, I thought Cody was gonna win in WrestleMania.
Lightweight también. And then, I don't know, once we got closer to the match, something in me, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to do it.
Roman's just going to retain.
The reason why was cuando I heard que the 1,000 day was coming up for the Universal Champion. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If it was just for the WWE Champion, I would have probably given it more to Cody. But since it was for both of them, I was just gonna see it. And sure as shit, it didn't happen.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Who else is fighting at Clash of Champions, though? Isn't Gunther fighting someone?
I think so, but for sure I know Cody and Brock are having their second match.
They are having their second match. We'll see how that goes. Shit. It might actually be the squash match now.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Cody wins again?
Let me ask Jamie for the card real quick.
Go get that card, bot. And while we're at it, I wanted to tell you guys that you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for listening to us, especially for our audio listeners who's probably listening to this while they're working or driving. Thank you.
And I appreciate you.
For those who are still smoking, who knows? We might, exit one out smoking one up. So who knows what might fucking happen? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry to say this so late, but like, if you're hearing a lot of background noise, we are outside on my deck, so please bear with us. I know for the audio listeners, they're like, hey, this guy's right in my fucking ear. But hey, we appreciate you still
listening.
Still listening, yeah.
Thank you.
But I mean, at least you clicked on the video. Give us that view.
So I hit up Jamie, and it turns out that so far it's only those 3 matches and now. So we'll see in the coming weeks if they add anything else. I'm assuming Gunther's gonna fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Isn't it in the UK or am I tripping?
United Champions?
Yeah.
Or Clash I know. I think that was in Saudi Arabia.
Oh no, yeah. Because I knew it was something international. I just didn't figure out where. Wow. Do you think they're gonna be sticking with more international with the pay-per-views?
Maybe because they've done 3 already outside of the U.S. and that's the most in like 10 years. They won in Montreal with Sammy, Puerto Rico did that Backlash.
And now they're gonna be in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. I think there was another one in there, but I forgot which one. Oh, the one they did with Drew. At the Clash at the Castle or some shit.
Oh, where'd they do that one?
Nah, somewhere. The Scottish English over there. Sorry, I don't know. The United Kingdom, maybe?
Shit.
And if I'm wrong, I apologize.
Scotland.
Somewhere.
Shout out to our fellow Brits.
I'm saying, they're about to get all in at Wembley.
Are they now?
Yeah. Should be a great card. They haven't announced anything yet, but yeah, they sold out like 50,000 tickets, I think.
50,000 tickets.
Not too shabby.
Wow. What a
world.
What a world we live in, huh?
I'm saying in like 2018 we had Jesus Christ, WWE. And that was the only, the big game in town. And then a couple years later, AEW was like, hey, bro.
I'm here and I'm all elite.
I'm saying.
And, they are. They might have their,
their flaws, of course.
Their flaws, and like every company.
Company does. I like, what I like? The alternative.
Yeah. Like the fact that, there's something else I can watch.
Exactly.
That's if one thing is failing me.
And you know what's a crazy concept? I don't know. Okay, most wrestling fans know, you can watch both and be cool with it.
That's the thing.
It doesn't have to be so tribalistic.
Fandom. It doesn't have to be. It's fucking Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, it's like
or
relax there, kid.
Guys, look.
Relax. Hey.
Right. The fun thing is that we could watch both. Easy
peasy. Settle down,
buddy. My name's Johnny, alright? If you need me, let me know.
Exactly. He's straight from Brooklyn.
I feel like I can get a good, not visually, but in the voice acting thing, I can get a good Italian accent going. Ooh. If I really work on it. That's something I've been low-key thinking about is getting into voice acting.
That would be fun, I feel.
How I be saying, I'd be wanting to write short films. I'd start write short animations, and us boys can start releasing little characters.
That'd be fun.
But también, get out of here. They're trying to smoke too, man.
They're trying to get a little whiff.
I'm saying. But, yeah. I think we got some promising things going on in wrestling. As long as they don't fuck up, you know?
I'm saying.
Triple H is doing good, as long as you don't get Vinny's DNA in there.
So quick question. When the day comes Roman finally loses either the WWE Universal or both, who do you think is the man to dethrone Roman
That's
Reigns?
actually a really good question. If anyone can do it, who's gonna do it?
Right. Do you think it's someone within the company? Do you think it's someone who ends up jumping ship? What are your thoughts? Me personally, I think it might be Omos. No way.
He can almost get it. I actually would not want it to be almost.
No, I don't think it's gonna be him.
You thought it's gonna be him. You think?
I said it for the peeps to get a quick little. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. Settle down.
Exactly. So it's about
having too much to drink here.
Yo, I said, it's just pineapple juice. Relax, or soda, guys. Relax.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm watching him. I'm driving him home.
He's my designated driver, guys.
Exactly.
No way.
Exactly. For those who are still smoking or even packing up or rolling, I'm also rolling with you.
What are your thoughts on it being Gunther?
That's fine with me.
I can see that. I can see it being Gunther.
I like Gunther.
A nice chop to the fucking chest.
Exactly. You can get a good fucking reign, and not to mention,
he's someone who's
he's
legitimate.
A champion.
He's the champion. Ahorita también.
Imagine him holding the Intercontinental and that one.
Wow.
And the other one. So wait, are they keeping Universal? Or are they taking that one out?
Well, so far he still has both. So it looks like he has both. So. I don't know. It's weird. So they're about to have 3 world champions.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I thought they were going to take out the WWE champion
or that they would take out fuse them together somehow or something.
Yeah, we could fuse them together because there's too many. Yeah. What you been up to lately, man? I mean, you finished Demon Slayer up or?
Sorry, you know what?
Demon Slayer? How's it going on with you?
Shit. We watched maybe 2 episodes maybe since the last time I watched Demon Slayer. I'm gonna try to up those numbers soon for sure.
Literally, season 3 is airing right now, and that shit's gravy.
Is it?
Crazy.
Damn, that sounds like season 1, episode 14.
Still season 1, man, huh?
Yeah, I'll get back on it for sure.
Then you're gonna watch a movie and then season 2. Season 2 is only 8 episodes.
Is the movie on Netflix though or not? Nah. How would I watch it?
Your mama. No way. Maybe. Actually, it could be on Netflix.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't have Netflix, so I wouldn't know.
How'd you watch
it? They
that?
had season 6 of Rick and Morty on Hulu, and HBO Max, regular Hulu, not $50 Hulu. Not the cable Hulu.
What's it called? Is that coming back or what's going on with that?
What?
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, so...
Any news on that front? Or?
So, pretty much all we know is, season 7 is the last season with this guy that he voiced. They voices this season. And then, so they have season 7 almost done. They're going to release that soon. And then season 8 and forward would not be with, with the voice actor. But still, we'll be continuing after that because
it's a whole franchise.
They have ordered a couple more seasons.
Oh wow!
From the studio, from the company that they work for, they're like, hey, we're ordering this much more because it's popular now.
I mean, it is. There's no arguing though.
And I mean, with the type of media that is Rick and Morty, you can always have stories. It's not yes, there's an overarching plot, but it's not episode to episode. It's like Family Guy, but not really like Family Guy because Family Guy is inconsistent.
How long has it been running for now? 5 minutes, no?
Family Guy?
Yeah.
Since 99, so what, 24 years now?
It's still going, right?
Still going, man.
Going
I went on Hulu and it was new episode. It was Family Guy. And then I saw a thing for next episode's coming next week. And I'm like, damn, already?
Shout out to Family Guy.
They're not as
popular.
cool as like they used to be. Like I can tell it's like a little more like there's not really a theme. They're just doing whatever and then that's it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't watched Family Guy in a fat minute.
I just put it on so if I have nothing else to watch and I'm high. But then again, I'd rather put on something else.
Window vibes.
Well, no, Family Guy's cool, alright? Family Guy's cool, especially in the mornings and stuff. But, like, yeah. Lately, they could be getting better episodes in. I mean, then again, the show's been going on for so long. You can only do so much, you know?
So, like, a show like that, when would you, like, let's say you were the showrunner, creator, what have you, at one point, would you be like, alright, guys, let's wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up, but at the same time, let's have, like... They need more of those adventure episodes. Like, I like the episode when they climbed Mount Everest. I like the 2 episodes where they were in the James Woods mansion. That was a cool 2-episode thing. You remember that? And then they killed off, like, 2-3 characters.
Was that the one where with Lois and they thought someone was the killer? Something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then they killed James Wood. They killed...
They killed a couple people, yeah.
They killed a couple people. The news... It was eventually the women news anchor. But I thought those episodes were cool. That when they climbed Mount Everest, when they... like, when the family goes on adventures. Like, oh, okay. That's where the fun stuff is.
Do they still do the, like, Brian and Stewie episodes, or they...
That's another thing. I haven't seen one in a while, either. That was also cool. I was gonna say, my only thing about, like, Stewie, he's cool. But, like, I really liked him in the beginning because he was, like, really wanting to take over the world and this and that and kill Lois and this and that. Yeah, now he's just like fucking getting pregnant. Like, what the fuck is this? You know?
What?
It's a baby. Like, there was an episode where like he wanted to get pregnant with Brian, and so like he tricked Brian into it, and so he was getting pregnant, and she was like, "No, we're keeping them." It was a fucking weird episode. Not to mention, like, it's a baby, dog.
Yeah, that's weird.
Just go back to him trying to kill Lois. This is the good stuff here. Like, I don't know. That's me personally. I mean, he's a cool guy. I literally, Stewie is one of the best characters, and especially for his one-liners that go in. Like, I'd be laughing because sometimes some things that Stewie say just, and you know, no one understands him, so it's just funny when like Lois says something, he's like, "Shut up, bitch," and I'm like, "Damn." So you're getting old, you old hag, and I'm like, "Damn." Some funny remarks. No, pero this has been a great time. Even though we didn't have Nacho with us,
I'm saying Nacho, we
still had a good time. He'll be here in the next one. We might be a little slow, but we're gonna catch up. We got a lot of plans for this summer. I think you hear the music going on. Whoa! Wow. Where can they find you at, people?
You can find me at @A_13 on Instagram. Johnny?
They can find me at JRosa Tutorials on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can find us at Homies in the Hallway on all the platforms, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud.
You name it.
You name it. Yeah. Check us out. Check out the other episodes. And follow Nacho at nacho.x0.
It'll be for sure in the description.
It'll be in the description. And yeah, you guys, I'll see you guys next week. Wait, what's the thing that Nacho does?
Yeah, he goes, and then,
and I like to bid you all adieu.
And if I don't see you...
Good morning.
If I don't see you soon, or...
If I don't see you soon, good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night. Bang.